But yeah, I mean, reading notes it could be good, but I don't. I mean, when I get my guitar, I just close my eyes and start playing it, and things come along. So reading notes is something that somebody else wrote, and it takes a little bit of the. I don't know. I mean, but when I pick up a guitar, I try to do my own music my own way. And reading notes, you be playing what other people play and the same way they played it. So I don't know. Never. That's why that's probably I never did try to read notes. I did by my own, and that's about it.
If you wanted to play the song exactly the same, how will you do that if you can't read the notes?
Well, you listen to it. You listen to it, and then listen to it again. As long as it takes for you to get it right, and you start playing that again until you get it right. But not necessarily with the notes. And I don't know. You know, it's something. And actually, from one player to another, they will never copy the same music, no matter what. I mean, the composer, whoever comes out with a song, he'll always be the one that made it first, and the one that copies that, I mean, it will change something because maybe another rhythm or another something different, and you know, I don't think nobody tried to play the same way other people do. I mean, other artists did. So I don't think. I mean, that's when you start playing an instrument. Like I said, you never thought when you pick it up you're gonna be a musician, or a hobby or something. You know, it's a hobby. It's okay, but that's about it. But it's not. It's not about playing the same music other people did in the same way. You will always try to do something a little bit different, and I mean, music is something you feel, and you play it the way you feel it. And when you hear it, you might like the song, the rhythm, and this and that, but when you play it yourself, it's a whole different thing. You feel the music, and even you can, I mean, I don't know, put more lyrics. I mean, change them a little bit here and there, translate it from English to Spanish, or another, uh, what do you call it, slangs. Yeah, I believe that's what they call it. But that's, I mean, it's something totally different than trying to treat somebody, exactly like other people do. Uh, I think for that, if there, that more people that are into that is imitators. Then they try to sing a sound and sing like the artist himself, and even dress like him. But I think they call them imitators, But a musician playing the music is not that. It's something that you play for the way you have it, and like I said, mine is only a hobby. It's not like I don't consider myself a musician. I know how to play a couple of instruments, but I don't call myself a musician. I'm just, how to play something. only people ask me a little bit, not a whole lot, but. And then we start having parties. Maybe somebody pick up a guitar, and then we start, uh, and everybody starts singing along, or I play it. Then another guy asks me, can you play this one? And I try to, even if I don't know what he's saying, and then he starts singing it, then I can follow him, basically know what he was asking for. And that's about it. And then there's another guy, two guitars can sound better because one is playing just the rhythm, the other doing a little bit of more of a putting requinto, which means that you can start. Two guitars could be playing the same song but differently, and sounds better.
If you were a professional musician, where do you think you would be right now?
That I will never. I cannot give you an answer to that because I never wanted to be a. I'm doing what I like to do. I don't think I will change my job for be on the road, never being home, this and that, and maybe once as curiosity, but not to be on the road as a musician. Not more. I'm a guy that likes to be around home, growing things. I like cattle, I like animals, and I like to have fun there. And if I was a musician, I'd probably be on the road. Would never have any kind of animals, and I don't think I will change that. I enjoy being out there in the woods, nobody around. Just you and your horse riding along, your dog, and I like that better than being a musician.
What would you say to the people the little kids who will want to play musicians?
Well, if let me put it this way: there's some people that have it inside already, and somehow they'll be listening or they're trying to learn how to play, but there's a lot of people that wish that they could play this or that, but they don't give enough time to learn it. So they will never be musicians. They will enjoy something else. Not everybody can be a musician, and to make it in that market, it's very hard. There's a lot of talent, but not enough talent to make it big. So, they're dreamers, and they're even more dreamers, trying to be something that I can never be. And they'll get frustrated, as they get older. They gotta sustain, especially if they get married. Like right now, kids get married very young, and they don't even finish high school, and then they screw up their whole life because they didn't think about it. They just, trying to have fun the same way we used to do. But when I was a teenager, it was totally different what it is right now. And but that's the way life is. It develops. I remember when other people used to see old movies, the way teenagers were back then, when I was not even born yet, and by my age, that was different, and now that I've got my own kids and that, and they'll have their own kids, and they'll be different for everybody. But in a sense, it's different, but it's not. It's actually the same thing, being a teenager. Doesn't matter where you're from, what era, or what teenager will always be a teenager. They're responsible and trying to get away with a lot of things they cannot.
What would will you say to persons who wants to play an instrument? You think they'll come to a sense? You think it will be fun for them as it was for you?
I don't know. I mean, they could. I mean, that's something that they gotta. I'm sorry, they gotta go through that, and I mean, there's some kids out there with I mean, they got good talent, but they never accomplish it, especially not as teenagers, because right now their only thing is to have fun, good weekends, doing things their parents don't let them, and try to get away from. I mean, away with it. But you know, they don't. They never do, because us as parents, we already been there, and so we know a lot of things that they think we don't know, and sometimes we let them. You know, we know what they're doing, but well, most of the time, at least 70% of the time, not 100%, but you know, we were teenagers once, and if a parent never understands that he was a teenager once, and I don't know, it could be. I mean, I remember my teen years. That I mean, it was all about having a good time, having fun. That's about it. And that thing right now, the kids right now, well, I think that is getting out of control. You know, there's a lot of very teenagers get pregnant, and they gotta get. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of problem with like teenagers right now, but you know, especially drugs here and there, and so it was different for me. I mean, back there was alcohol, beer was the. I mean, that was a big thing for a teenager. But now, I mean, they do all kinds of things: alcohol, liquor, drugs, and you know what a teenager does on these days.
What advice do you have for those kids who are playing instruments right now?
Well, I could tell them to, if that's what they think they're gonna be, give it all. You gotta give 100%. If you don't give 100%, might as well quit. Or keep it as a hobby like I did. To me, it's been a hobby. I like it, but I knew it was never gonna be a professional. Will never end up on that. And because I knew that, I never did pursue it. Because I know I mean, I could play, but I didn't think I had a big musician talent. I did not have it. And one of the things is because I knew that I had to pursue something else, like other kind of jobs. I have worked in all kinds of jobs. I've been a busboy, I've been a waiter, I've been a cook, construction, all kinds of works in construction. I've been a rancher, and right now I do cabinetry, which is a good time. I mean, I started doing cabinetry as a hobby too, and somehow it just comes, and little projects, a table here, little things. People liked it, and sometimes they call me, can you make something for me? Like they bring their own designs, and I try to accomplish that. But for kids that are thinking on that, they gotta give it 100%. Or otherwise, Don't do it at all. That would be my advice.